Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Lufita Marwati. I'm student from English Department Islamic State University of Raden Lampung. In this video, I will tell you about level of acts. But before I tell you about level of acts, do you know what is sociolinguistics? Sociolinguistic is the field that studies the relationship between language and society, between the users of language and the social structures in which the users of language live. It is the field on study that assumes that human society is made up of many related patterns and behaviors, some of which are linguistic. And then sociolinguistic assumes 1. Every language has its own variation. 2. Every dialect is also varied. 3. Human speech is also varied, depending on whom he speaks to. 4. Language is closely related to social system and social structure. And the last 5. Language is a system which is not separated from the characteristics of its speakers and the social cultural values applied by its speakers. Okay, that was a little explanation about sociolinguistics. So now we will continue about levels of acts. So let's start it. Okay, now we will discuss about levels of acts. But before levels of acts, do you know what is speech act? Speech act is an act that a speaker performs when making an utterance. Speech act theorists have treated illocutionary act as the product single utterance based on a single sentence with only one illocutionary point, thus becoming a pragmatic extension to sentence grammars. We perform speech acts when we offer an apology, request, greeting, complaint, invitation, compliment, or refusal. Speech act is an utterance that serves a function in communication. Speech act might contain just one word, as in sorry, for an apology, and several words or sentences. I'm sorry, I forgot your birthday. I just let it slip my mind. Speech acts include real-life interactions and require not only knowledge of the language, but also appropriate use of that language within a given culture. Speech acts are difficult to perform in second language because learners may not know the idiomatic expressions or cultural norms in the second language, or they may transfer their first language rules and convention into the second language, assuming that such rules are universal. For some example of speech acts that we use or hear every day. 1. Greeting. Hi Lisa, how are things doing? 2. Request. Could you pass me the mashed potatoes please? 3. Complaint. I've already been waiting 3 weeks for a computer, and I was told it would be delivered within a week. 4. Invitation. We are having some people over Saturday evening and want to know if you would like to join us. 5. Compliment. Hi, I really like your dress. 6. Refusal. Oh, I'd love to see that movie with you, but this Friday just isn't going to work. So, there was a little explanation about speech acts and some example of speech acts that we use or hear every day. So, we'll continue about levels of acts. Let's start it. Okay, levels of acts that I will discuss here based on Austin's theory. There are some theories about speech acts, and some of them are theories of Austin in 1962 and Shirley 1969. Austin claims that in uttering a sentence, once concomitantly produces three acts. First, locutionary acts. Second, illocutionary acts. And the last, perlocutionary act. The first, locutionary act. Locutionary act is roughly equivalent to uttering a certain sentence with a certain sense and reference, which is again equivalent to meaning in the traditional sense. Locutionary acts are simply acts of uttering sounds, syllables, words, phrases, or sentences from a language. The locutionary aspect seems to correspond to the conventional content, to whatever information is tied to an utterance by convention. Locutionary act refers to the utterance of a sentence with a determiner, sense, and reference. The second is an illocutionary act. An illocutionary act is the making a statement, offer, promise, and other in uttering a sentence by virtue of the conventional force associated with its speech act can be indicated by a performative verb, but it can also be implicit. The illocutionary aspect is said to be indicated with something Austin calls the conventional force of an utterance. Third, perlocutionary act. Perlocutionary acts are performed by producing an effect on the hearer with an utterance. Perlocutionary act bringing about an effect on the audience by means of uttering the sentence, such as being special to the circumstances of utterances. For example, give me an apple. From the example, the locutionary act is the utterance itself, and the illocutionary act is a request or command, and the perlocutionary act is presumably each passes as an apple. So, I think enough that I can discuss about levels of acts today, and don't forget, stay at home, keep social and physical distancing to stay healthy and to help medical work. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.